we do have a problem now. As it shrinks down and our nav button disappears, well, how are people supposed to navigate the site if there's no button? So what we got to do is create a hamburger up here, and so that everything will be just fine. Okay, so let's go back to our menu wizard. Okay. And look, there's all kinds of things up here, but there's this AMP menu. We're going to create an accelerated mobile menu that you should really become familiar with. Okay, so this is going to go at the top. So I'm going to hit the complete. It grabs all of that. Notice it's not a style that you're used to. It's a style with an AMP because this is an AMP navigation. So I'm just going to grab that, copy that, and be very careful where I put it because I cannot take out my style CSS because that's where all my styles are currently, and I can't take out my viewport, so I'm going to put it somewhere in between. So that gives me my beautiful AMP CSS and everything that needs. Then I got to go down and find where I want to put my hamburger, and I'm going to put my hamburger in my header, and I could put it here. Let's see what happens there. It might be outside of, yeah, and so I want to be able to move this around, and so I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to put it in a nested div. So I'm going to go down to nested, and so it'll give us the ability to move it around. Okay, but that's not all. The next thing we have to do is take this code and put it right after the closing body tag. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go down to the bottom by my closing body. I'm going to put that in, boop, and save all. And now when I go look at my site, I should have the hamburger, and I do, and the hamburger comes out, so that when the site gets really tiny and I hit that, it will come out and they'll have their navigation. There it is. But look, it's not moving, it's not staying inside the header, but there's a reason for that. The reason for that is that it is positioned absolute, but the header has to be positioned relative. So let's see. Let's see if we can figure out how this works. Okay, where's the header? Header. Where's, oh, it's in the CSS. We have the header going on here. And we're going to position the header relative. Position relative. When you have an absolutely positioned div, it has to be in a spot in a div that's positioned relative. Let's see if that takes care of it. I bet you it doesn't. But it did, so who knows? Okay, so it looks like the toggle is positioned absolute, and there we go. Okay, so now we have our little menu. And that basically is how a site works. I'll show you another thing, and it'll be our last video, I think, unless I think of something else.